Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do my final thoughts on the beta program. A little bit late, but better late than never. Talking about the buffs of Old Man Logan and Colossus and who I think is better, or at least better in certain situations. I've been getting a lot of questions on the channel, so I wanted to address it. Basically, Kabam did a pretty good job on these buffs. Both champs are very nice now, and I can see them having some pretty good uses in the game. So I'm going to break it down on certain points and who I think is better for certain situations. And then at the end of the video, I will tell you who I'm going to rank up first and my reasons why. But I think both of them are good for R4, even R5. And yeah, so let's get started. So the first category we're going to look at is damage, and I think Old Man Logan has the edge on the damage side of things. He just has such a high crit rate. He hits very hard. He often does critical hits, as you can see right there. His SP2 is very impressive. It does some amazing bleeds. It can do critical bleeds that do even more bleed damage. He just melts opponents who are not bleed resistant. His SP3 is also quite nice. If you have 5 Furies or more, you can put 2 slow, deep bleeds on the opponent that last for 35 seconds. And during those 35 seconds, your critical rating goes up by 700. And it also ignores the physical resistance of the opponent, so you hit even harder. If he's duped, his first special attack that you use, the attack is increased. He's an awesome champ for deep wounds. He's an awesome champ for assassin. He's an awesome champ for suicides. He's very suicide friendly, so he can do a lot of damage, especially with the bleed opponents. So let's talk about the damage of Colossus. Colossus can hit hard. When he does hit hard, it's pretty impressive. The problem is he has a low crit rate, so he doesn't hit hard often. Now certain things will help him out, like if he parry stuns an opponent and he does a heavy attack, he can actually go into a Fury, which will increase his attack. He has certain synergies that can raise his attack by 2% per armor buff. Also, maybe if you get like a mutant crit team, you can kind of bring him up. But for the most part, he just doesn't have the, I guess, firepower as the Old Man Logan does. It's going to take you a little bit longer in fights, a little bit more ramp up, and especially opponents who bleed, there's no contest. Old Man Logan's just going to shred them. So that's my thoughts on the damage wise. So next we're going to take a look at immunity, and I have to give it to Colossus because he is a triple immune champ. It's not working in this particular video here in beta, but if the changes are going to be released and they are the same as they are now, he will be immune to cold snap, he will be immune to frostbite, he will be immune to incinerate, and he will be immune to bleed. So that's very useful in the game to get past certain things like Mephisto, Human Torch, Sunspot, and I believe that new node called Freezer Burn, I believe it's called, which is a lot like Biohazard, except you take incineration or frostbite damage. He'll be completely immune to it, so that's great. Now, Old Man Logan, on the other hand, does have immunity as well. Bleeds on him have a negative 95% potency when he's healing. So when he's healing, he doesn't take much bleed damage. When he's not healing, he'll take bleed damage as normal. So you got to keep that in mind. So if you're on a Biohazard node and you're trying to fight a particular character, you should only be attacking when you're healing. So you kind of have to work around it. It's a little more difficult, but he does have that option. But all in all, I'd have to say that Colossus, with those triple immunities, is going to be the winner in this round. So the next section is what I like to call staying alive, and I have to give the edge to Old Man Logan. It's basically the sustainability of the champ and how long can they last. If they get hit, if they get injured, can they come back from it? I have to give it to Old Man Logan just because his regeneration is pretty good. It happens every 10 seconds, and then you get a 20-second regeneration. If you're using suicides, you're still going to be regenerating. If you start to lose a lot of health with suicides, you can bring in your SP3 and start healing back up. It's just a really nice ability to have that constant regeneration. Now Colossus is great too, don't get me wrong. He has high armor, high critical resistance and so forth. And champs, when they hit him, they won't do as much damage, which is great. But when you're in that higher end content, when champs hit super hard, I still think they're going to melt through that armor for the most part. And at least if you get hit with a Old Man Logan, you can slowly rebuild your health by the regeneration. So I have to give it to him. Plus, I find Wolverine is a little bit more of a faster killer. So if you get in trouble and you're low in health, you might be able to finish the fight faster. So next we're going to take a look at suicides. Once again, I think Old Man Logan has the edge on this. Yes, you can use suicides on Colossus, and he's got an advantage already because he's poison immune, so he will not take any liquid courage damage. The problem for me with Colossus is, from what I've seen and how I play him, focusing on your heavy attack, building up that fury, flowing into your SP2 seems to be kind of the best way to actually do damage with him. So the more SP2s you do, the more recoil damage you take, the faster you die. There's no way to heal back up from it. Also, you can say, well, I won't use my special attacks at all with Colossus, but he's got that low critical rating, so you're not really hitting all that hard, even with suicides. It's not bad, it's just not amazing. Now, Old Man Logan, he's made for suicides. He starts the fight regenerating like he always does, so he takes less bleed damage from the double edge from Suicide Masteries. He's regenerating a lot throughout the fight. His regeneration will be lowered because he's getting poisoned, but he's still healing more than he's actually losing. You can actually use your special 2s and special 1s pretty freely, and when you start getting low in health, then just start focusing on using your special 3 for a while and not using your specials until your regeneration timer is almost out, so you can actually heal up a lot faster. Now, with his bleed damage, with his furies, with his nice attack, with his nice critical rating, he's just amazing with suicides. So I definitely think Old Man Logan's going to win this one out. So in regards to synergy, Old Man Logan and Colossus both have some useful synergies. I might give the edge just a little bit to Colossus for actually helping himself. One thing you should know is they actually have a synergy together. So Old Man Logan and Colossus on the team. Old Man Logan will get a full bar of power, while Colossus will start the fight. For the first 15 seconds, he gets 50% attack bonus and 50% special attack bonus, which is pretty nice. Now, Old Man Logan has some pretty nice synergies. He's got some very nice regeneration synergies with Mysterio, with Domino, with Sabretooth that will help him heal, which is great when you're running suicides because you're already hindered with the poison damage. So having a little bit extra healing is going to be very useful. Now, when I said Colossus has some synergies that help himself a little bit more, I really liked his synergies with Emma Frost. For every armor stack up that he has, he gets a 2% power gain, which is very nice. Also, he's got one with Omega Red, I believe, where he gets 2% attack per armor stack. So very beneficial, the actual 2% attack per armor stack. You get a lot of stacks up, you'll be able to do more damage, you'll be able to hit more. You'll be able to take out champs, and that really helps because he's got that low critical damage. So yeah, they got some really nice buffs, some really nice synergies, I mean, so check them out and see what you think. So who do I personally enjoy the most playing? It has to be Old Man Logan. It's just so much fun watching those bleeds just rip opponents apart. We all know that Wolverine Old Man Logan is basically a bleed machine, and he always should have been. So it's really great to finally see this particular character actually be able to do a lot of bleed damage. He's all about attack. I love to attack. I love a fast-paced match. Colossus is fun, don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit of a slower fight, you know, heavy attack, heavy attack, heavy attack. His specials are really slow to watch. He's kind of tough to play on Bane nodes because of those slow specials. He's just not as fun for me. I just really prefer playing a fast champ that just tears people apart like Old Man Logan. So who would I rank up first personally? It's going to be Colossus. I know Old Man Logan, I said I liked playing him the best, and I do. I think he's super fun, he's got that amazing bleed, he does lots of damage, but I have champs that do a lot of damage already. What I don't have is a champ that is triple immune like Colossus. He's immune to bleed, he's immune to incinerate, and he's immune to cold snap and frostbite. So I'm thinking of the future, like freezer burn nodes, and really annoying champs, and he's going to be immune to it. And he does hit pretty hard, and my particular Colossus is already duped. I don't think you need dupe for either one of them to still be a very good character, but it just kind of enhances my decision. So yeah, that's my personal thoughts. I think either one of them would be great. I'd love to hear what you guys think of what champs that you like the most, which champ you're going to bring up, and why. Yeah, I'd be very curious to know, so please leave comments and likes and dislikes and all that good stuff, and I hope you enjoyed my little breakdown. Now, just remember that this is all beta, so when Kabam releases the final product, which I hear is going to be pretty soon, they might be changed a little bit, so make sure that you read the descriptions and check out my other videos on what they were like before beta and what they are like after beta. They might be exactly the same, they might be better, they might be worse. So just keep that in mind. Don't go rushing out and ranking up your champions now before you haven't seen the actual beta released. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.
Target identified. Analysis complete. Please subscribe.